Hi guys, this is Adam Cook from freshappreports.com. This is just a really quick video today. Just want to show you a way that you can actually research niche subjects and find niches that you could potentially dominate in the App Store using Google Trends. Google Trends is really good because what it does is it enables you to see the popularity of certain terms and subjects over a period of time. And then you can start to see if there's patterns. So for example, you can look at a term and you can see whether that term is actually increasing in popularity, decreasing in popularity, decreasing or exploding perhaps in popularity. And that gives you a good insight into the sort of general popularity of all sorts of different terms and subjects that you may or may not be considering building an app for. It then allows you to focus your efforts only on the terms that are obviously seemingly increasing in popularity rather than the terms that are decreasing. So it kind of acts as, a filter for your ideas. So this is the kind of place that you want to go to when you're at the very beginning of creating an app idea, or creating an app, should we say, and at the very beginning of the ideas stage. Just thinking generally about things that you might want to look for. This is a good place to come to investigate those ideas. What you can use it for is if you've got no ideas at all, you can actually use it to give you inspiration for ideas. So for example, this is the home page. We've got a few different charts and lists here. Things like trending on YouTube could be useful for an app. Trending searches, which are current in this box here, don't tend to be that useful because they're more related to the particular day or week, very short-term sort of trends is what that sort of focuses on. What is interesting is the yearly charts they do now. We're obviously at the end of 2014 now, but the end of each year they do a chart. So the last chart that was created was for 2013. So if we click on that, you've got a list of different subjects with a list of the most popular search terms for those subjects underneath. You've got all sorts of different things there, but let's have a look. If we click on that, could be interesting. I've seen some in there that's quite interesting on travel destinations. I've noticed that Rome is at the top. I personally wouldn't have expected Rome to come out at the top. Now I think this is specifically filtered for the UK at the moment, but regardless, I wouldn't have expected Rome to be at the top. So what we might want to do is we might want to just explore that a little bit more. So if we just click on explore, this will just draw you a quick graph of the popularity of the search term throughout 2013. You can see it's actually dropped off quite a little bit throughout this December of 2013, and then suddenly spiked a little bit. So it'd be interesting to see what happens beyond that point at the beginning of 2014. Of course we can check that, so we can go and filter down onto the past 12 months. Right, so you can see that was the spike we were just looking at there, and we can see it sort of spikes up, goes up a bit further throughout January, and then it's sort of just flattened off a little bit, perhaps even decreasing a little bit actually. So there's potential within the sort of subject of Rome to look further, I think, based on this evidence. It's obviously taken a bit of a jump in the last year, albeit we're not on a specific spike at the moment. It certainly might be a popular term that we could research more. So what we can do is, if we actually get rid of the Rome term there, we're left with a blank selection again. So we can start to now look at terms related to Rome. I mean, we did find this in the travel section, so we could put Rome flights, for example, and see what that shows us. So similar pattern to what we were just seeing, albeit a little bit more sporadic. It's dropped off quite a bit recently actually, so this would seem to be on a downward trend at the moment, so perhaps not necessarily the best topic to build an app for, Rome flights. But there's obviously other terms that we could potentially look at. Rome holiday, maybe. So much lower in terms of volume than flights, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. If the app you're creating is extremely relevant, then if it's only a low amount of traffic, that could be fine, because you might be able to dominate or take most of that traffic for your app if it's hyper specific. However, it has seemed to have dropped off a little bit in recent months, and it's certainly not on an upward trend. So that may suggest that, you know, certainly Rome, or certainly the travel aspect for Rome, may well be a bad choice in terms of an app idea at the moment. But what we could do is perhaps look at other subjects related to Rome. So maybe ancient Rome. See what that says. So that's quite interesting. So ancient Rome is showing actually a recent increase in popularity. It's actually gone above the search volumes for Rome holiday, whereas it's been sort of back and forth with it over the last year, generally below it. It's now overtaken it. So that could be a good term to search for. So what you want to do is you can see what sort of starts to happen here is you start to get some really good potential terms that you could start looking into a bit more. So you want to be listing those down. Once you've got a fairly substantial list of terms, you can then take those terms and start doing a little bit more research, on those particular subjects, more specifically in the app space. So using tools like Sensor Tower and various other ASO tools to then see what the estimated search volumes are in the app stores, what the competition looks like, and there's a whole host of other things you can do. But the real good thing about Google Trends is it allows you to filter out a lot of the potential rubbish or potential stuff that's not potentially going to increase in volume or popularity. You can really look at patterns, which is something you can't do really anywhere else to any degree of accuracy. So it's a really, really useful tool for that. I hope that was useful. Don't forget to come out over to freshappreports.com if you need any help with any of your app market research or ASO. And also subscribe below for more videos coming soon. We're going to be trying to deliver weekly videos now.